This evening, civil unrest erupts in Buxton after drug seizure and arrest operation by CANU. Georgetown City Hall restoration project on schedule for year-end completion. Black Panther star honored by the University of Guyana. In the region, 4 suspects in Jovenel Moise's killing sent to the US. And internationally, surprisingly resilient, IMF lifts global growth forecast. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Updates. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, civil unrest broke out on the Buxton public road earlier today after an intelligence-led operation by the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit this morning resulted in the interception of a motor car bearing registration number PRR 6703 with several bundles of cannabis amounting to 51.2 pounds in the vicinity of the village of Buxton. According to a Ministry of Home Affairs statement, a suspect was taken into custody and law enforcement officers seized the drugs found in the car. Some warning shots were fired during the operation to stop the fleeing vehicle. That vehicle ended up in a nearby trench. A protest erupted with a large number of persons from the area accusing law enforcement agents of shooting indiscriminately. They subsequently blocked the roadway with a demand that the fugitive is released. A truck was also set on fire. Up to news time, the police officers and fire service units were on the scene to effect the reopening of the roadways. The Ministry of Home Affairs called on persons engaging in blocking the roads and other illegal activities to desist from this practice. Also making headlines today, Guyana-born British actor Letitia Wright was honored today with an honorary doctorate from the University of Guyana. The university held an extraordinary convocation ceremony to award the talented star with the prestigious Doctor of Letters degree. Wright, who rose to fame for her role in the Marvel film Black Panther, was recognized for her contributions to the entertainment industry and for inspiring young people to pursue their dreams. In attendance at the ceremony were family members, university officials, and students who celebrated the remarkable achievement of one of their own. This honorary doctorate is a testament to Wright's talent and hard work, and it will undoubtedly serve as an inspiration to all young people who hope to follow in her footsteps. The University of Guyana is proud to recognize the accomplishment of Lolita Wright and to be a part of her ongoing journey to success. Wright was invited to Guyana by President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali. We here at Headline News Update would like to congratulate Dr. Wright on this achievement. In other news, 54-year-old businessman Suruj Bashraj, also known as Vikram of Chatu Margat, appeared at the Sparna Magistrates Court on Tuesday, January 31st, to answer to the charge of felonious wounding. Vikram appeared before Her Worship Liverpool, where the charge was read to him, and he pleaded not guilty. Vikram was granted bail in the amount of $450,000, and the case has been adjourned until February 17, 2023. Vikram was arrested on Sunday, January 22nd, by a police officer from the Betafawaktin police station. This case is ongoing and more updates are expected to follow. Stick around when we return. Ministry of Human Services allocated $40.4 billion and Georgetown City Council restoration project on schedule for year-end completion.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Give her home or office some shine. Fortune Investment Company. We provide reliable commercial and residential professional cleaning services in Guyana. We clean homes and commercial offices. Other services offered are floor care and tile polishing, interior auto detailing services, power washing, weeding and cleaning, and carpet, couch, and mattress cleaning. We are committed to keeping your homes and offices squeaky clean. Call us now at 592-689-7558 or 592-639-6365 or visit us at 3430 Jackson North Rumville, Georgetown, Guyana. Fortune Investment Company. When we say clean, we mean spotless.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for do a surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brickdam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Sooner or later you will have another power failure. Are you prepared for the next blackout? Some essential equipment such as security cameras, lights, internet, gate motors, and water pumps may stop working. How can you prevent the next blackout? InverterTech has an affordable solution for you. A strong UPS system which uses the latest inverter and solar battery technology to prevent blackout. We smartly calculate your average power demand so you don't spend more than you need to. Call 223-2233 for more information.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Human Services and Social Security has been granted a budget of $40.4 billion as approved by the National Assembly's Committee of Supply. The Minister of Human Services and Social Security, Dr. Vindya Prasad, has outlined plans to host a conference to showcase the ministry's work on gender-based violence and its comprehensive program to tackle the issue. The conference will also highlight the ministry's initiatives, including the 914 24 Hours Hotline, the Survivors Advocate Program, and the I Matter app. This app provides resources and a 914 panic button for individuals to access using their electronic devices. The ministry is also planning to implement a juvenile processing center to provide services to young people who have come into conflict with the law. In 2023, a learning lab will also be established to provide training and empowerment for individuals with disabilities. The conference and these initiatives aim to position Guyana as a leader in the field of social services and share its programs and policies with the national and regional community. In other news, the restoration of the historic City Hall building in Georgetown is progressing as planned and is expected to be completed by the end of the year. The project was allocated $263.1 million in 2023 national budget and aims to reconstruct and enhance the iconic building. Minister of Local Government and Regional Development, Nigel Darmlal, announced the project's status to the Committee of Supply, saying it is part of the government's broader initiative to restore and beautify the capital city. Plans for the modernized City Hall includes an elevator system for increased accessibility and potential use as a town hall for hosting public events. Minister Darmlal also expressed hope that the restored building will become one of Guyana's tourist sites, with everyone having the opportunity to own City Hall as part of the country's identity. Don't go away after the break. Why is Pope Francis visiting DRC and South Sudan? And surprisingly resilient, IMF lifts global growth forecasts.
Sooner or later you will have another power failure. Are you prepared for the next blackout? Some essential equipment such as security cameras, lights, internet, gate motors, and water pumps may stop working. How can you prevent the next blackout? InverterTech has an affordable solution for you. a strong UPS system which uses the latest inverter and solar battery technology to prevent blackout. We smartly calculate your average power demand so you don't spend more than you need to. Call 223-2233 for more information.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lenders, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Give your home or office some shine. Fortune Investment Company. We provide reliable commercial and residential professional cleaning services in Guyana. We clean homes and commercial offices. Other services offered are floor care and tile polishing, interior auto detailing services, power washing, weeding and cleaning, and carpet, couch, and mattress cleaning. We are committed to keeping your homes and offices squeaky clean. Call us now at 592-689-7558 or 592-639-6365 or visit us at 3430 Jackson North Rumville, Georgetown, Guyana. Fortune Investment Company. When we say clean, we mean spotless.
Hey, this is your fancy vehicle and it's your house?
Yes, this is my vehicle and actually I'm waiting on my land. I'm actually renting this house for $50,000.
$50,000? You head more? You crazy? You mad? You head no good? Why you buy? Look, let me show you the light. Come with me.
Come on down to Fabulous Homes today. Pay $50,000 every month for 36 months or until you reach 50% of your house costs. Move in after 75% of the cost has been paid.
This is wonderful. Let's go. Sign me up.
Alright, let me go and dash away your landlord.
To explore our home ownership program, check our Facebook page for more information or come down to our office at Avalon Friendship.
Hey, Chinese, thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
You got through?
Yes.
Call us at 227-1380 or 615-8740. Fabulous Homes International Realty, changing tenants into homeowners.
At Fabulous Homes, we bring your dreams to life.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. 4 men accused of having played a key role in the assassination of Haitian President Jovenel Moise have been transferred to the United States, where they will face charges. President Moise was shot dead at his home in the Haitian capital on July 7, 2021, by what police described as a hit squad of mainly foreign mercenaries. 3 of the suspects are dual U.S. Haitian citizens and 1 is Colombian. They are due to appear in federal court in Miami later on Wednesday. Internationally, Pope Francis is visiting the Democratic Republic of the Congo and South Sudan this week to deliver a message of peace and reconciliation to the two countries hit by the conflict. The 6-day trip was originally planned for July 2022, but was postponed after Francis suffered problems with his knee, which have recently forced him to use a wheelchair. Al Jazeera's Malcolm Webb reports.
The Pope's first stop in Africa is the country with the largest Roman Catholic population. About half of Congo's nearly 100 million people are members of the Church. Pope Francis was due to visit last year, but the trip was postponed because of a problem with his knee. Tens of thousands of people line the road from the airport to the city. The Vatican had planned for Pope Francis to visit the country's east, but it was dropped after the conflicts there escalated in recent months.
Our country, with the fighting and all the problems we have, today we've received the Pope and we believe in his blessing.
The presence of the Pope will bring peace, and it will bring great things, not only for the Catholic Church, but for the entire country.
The last Pope to come here was John Paul II in 1983. The population has tripled since then.
This is what happens when the Pope arrives in Kinshasa for the first time in nearly 40 years. As soon as this convoy passed, it was followed by hundreds and hundreds of people on motorbikes cheering and shouting.
His first stop was the presidential palace, where he met Felix Tshisekedi. Elections are due later this year and Tshisekedi wants to run for a second term. Pope said the polls must be free, fair and credible. He said greed is fueling conflicts over Congo's vast mineral wealth.
These lands and the whole African continent continues to endure various forms of exploitation. And this is terrible. The poison of greed has smeared its diamonds with blood.
The Pope didn't say who he thought was responsible for escalating conflicts. President Tshisekedi did.
This misfortune, which has lasted for nearly 30 years, is today part of our territory, where, in addition to armed groups, foreign powers greedy for the minerals commit cruel atrocities with the direct and cowardly support of our neighbour, Rwanda.
Rwanda's widely accused of backing the M23 armed group in the east. Rwanda denies it. The Pope's due to spend 3 days in Congo before travelling to South Sudan. Malcolm Webb, Al Jazeera, Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of Congo.
And finally, the International Monetary Fund has raised its 2023 global growth outlook slightly due to surprisingly resilient demand in the United States and Europe and the reopening of China's economy after Beijing abandoned its strict zero-COVID strategy. Al Jazeera's Zain Bashravi reports.
For anyone who began the year worried about a global recession, it may be time to breathe more easily. The International Monetary Fund has highlighted activity in India and China as fuel for a world economy on the mend. More growth, less inflation, cheaper energy, and an inching back to pre-pandemic markets.
All the indications are that we are witnessing a rapid reopening of the economy. And so here, when we think about the reopening of the Chinese economy, it's going to have an impact on the supply side, because we can anticipate that once the economy fully reopens, we have less supply chain disruptions that we have witnessed in 2022 when there were lockdowns and confinements. So we're going to get an expansion in production coming from that side.
Chinese household activity returning to normal and people traveling once again are expected to drive the country's recovery and ripple through the global economy.
We've got an estimate that for every 1 percentage point that China grows faster, the rest of the world grows faster by 0.3. So this is definitely a positive development.
With COVID-19 restrictions lifted, Chinese growth is forecast at 5.9%, double previous estimates. But beyond Asia, the picture is less bright. Western economies, the US and Europe, are only expected to grow about 1%, while the UK economy is set to worsen. Raising interest rates makes borrowing in the US more expensive, but whether the world's largest economy can avoid a recession remains an open question. And in the majority of low-income countries, the risk of economic distress remains real, if not already a reality. While the baseline forecast is positive, the IMF warns there is still likely to be a slowdown this year, just not as extreme. And an escalation of the war in Ukraine or another pandemic could turn the tide again. Zain Basravi, Al Jazeera.
This brings us to the end of our regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 3-day weather forecast. This concludes today's Headline News Update. Tune in tomorrow, Thursday at 7 p.m. for our next broadcast. For more news and updates, you can visit our Facebook and YouTube pages. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.